Hello guys, and welcome to another Q&A video. So this Q&A will be like for the end of 2023 and the beginning of 2024. We have some really interesting questions that I asked you both on Instagram and on YouTube. I did also find some questions that regularly come up in my comment section on YouTube, and we will answer those as well. So without further ado, let's get started and let's see the first question. And the first question that we have is from Butelezi6473 and it says your thoughts on Darvinex 0. So for those of you who do not know what is Darvinex, it's basically a platform where you can get investor capital if you are a trader. And it's a similar business model to a prop firm, but I think it's much more serious and much more sustainable and reliable. So I think it's a much better way to go than a prop firm. What are my thoughts? Well, currently I am focusing on prop firms because I believe you can make more profit if you know what you're doing and you're a consistently profitable trader. You can better use prop firms for now, but if you're looking at the long-term game, well, then Darvinex 0 is a very good way to slowly and consistently build up trading capital. I may look at them in a few months, but for now I am focusing on prop firms and focusing on making money from funded accounts. But yeah, look, long-term game, looking at it on a long-term scale, slowly building up capital, Darvinex, definitely awesome. Definitely check it out. So with that said, let's move on to the next question. The next question is, how was 2023 in Forex? Well, it was very good. So I had some very good trades, some very good months, but I also had some break-even months, some losing months as well, some long drawdown periods. Overall, I'm very satisfied. I have made a lot of progress from last year. I have learned a lot. I have implemented some new entries in my trading as well. So for me, 2023 was a great year in terms of profits and percentage and in terms of learning as well. It's been a very big learning year, and it has kind of showed me that in trading nothing is guaranteed. So you can have a whole quarter, like 3 months in a row, 4 months in a row of break-even trades or losing setups, of long drawdown periods. But again, it's all part of the game and it's a part of being a swing trader. So the next question is, which pairs do you prefer? Euro pairs or the pound pairs? And for me personally, I do prefer the Euro pairs because I can kind of judge the movement a bit better. I'm a lot more familiar with, let's say, the Euro and the US dollar, or the Euro and the Japanese yen, than, let's say, the pound US dollar. And I do tend to get a lot more setups, a lot more percentage, a lot more trends on the Euro pairs as well, especially in my backtesting. My backtesting results are also higher or better than my pound US dollar results. Now, does that mean that I should stop trading the pound US dollar? No, it does not mean. The pound US dollar is a great currency pair, and it does, when it moves, when it creates a trend, the trend lasts for a really long time, and it's a really strong trend. But again, there are a bit less opportunities than, I would say, than on the Euro pairs for the strategy that I trade. Of course, I will continue trading the pound pairs and the Euro pairs as well, because all of them at the end of the year do bring me some very good percentage. And of course, 1 year can be great for the Euro pairs. Next year, the Euro pairs may be a bit slower, but the pound pairs may make a lot of profit. So you never know which year will be good for which pair. So you can just keep on trading and keep on following your trade plan and executing your trading edge. Next question we have, how much in percentage did you make last year? So in 2023 I did make around 46.2%, and that is uncompounded on my personal trading account. I am very satisfied with that percentage. I did make some very good profit, I would say. 46.2% is very high, especially when you compare it to what a hedge fund offers or what the S&P 500 offers on a yearly average. So I'm really happy with that result. Again, it is uncompounded as well, so compounded it would be more. And also another reason why that percentage could have been a bit higher is because at the beginning of 2023, so in January, I was still slowly increasing my risk per trade. And at that point in January, 1st of January, I was still at 0.7% risk per trade. And I did have some huge winners in January, which I did not risk the full 1% of my personal account on. And that is the reason for the lower percentage as well. But look, it is what it is. After the huge January month, I did increase my risk per trade to the full 1% per every single trade. And that is what I'm doing now. That is, of course, what I recommend to every single consistently profitable trader. But not more. So 1% is kind of the maximum. If you're still learning, as I was, if you're still adjusting to your, let's say, account size and your lot size and seeing the big numbers go up and down, well, do as I did. So start with 0.5, then go to 0.7, and then finally in the end do move to the 1% per trade. That is kind of my advice. So, and it's a real big improvement as well. In 2022, I believe I made around 10 or 12% profit. So going from 12 to 46, well, that's a really big jump, and it means I have learned a ton and that I'm really a better trader in 2023 than I was in 2022. And in this new year, in 2024, well, let's see what the results will be. I am feeling very, very confident. I do have a great team of traders behind me, and we are all helping each other. And we have some new entries that we are implementing, which should bring us a lot more percentage. Next question is from Roderick Forsey, and he asks, how long have you been consistently profitable? And I would say I have been consistently profitable from April of 2022. That's when I passed my FTMO, and that's when I started risking a lot more on my personal account. So I started with minimum lots, but in April I switched to 0.5% per trade as far as I remember. And again, from that point on, I was consistently making small profits every single, let's say, quarter. Okay, so I would say that was the point that I became consistently profitable. Did I make huge amount of percentage? Did I make huge amounts of money? I did not. Again, we all have to start somewhere, but I was consistently able to extract money from the markets every quarter, and that year was positive. And then the year after that, 2023, was very positive as well. Let's go to the next question. So we have Yusuf Hussein asks, how did you overcome your lowest point in your trading career? Well, I would say I had two really low points that I can remember off of my head. First one was in the August of 2022, where I did lose out on like plus 20 or plus 25% of trades that happened in that August because I was not prepared. I did not spot the high probability setups forming, and I just completely missed the big winners, and I took all of the losing trades that month. So instead of being plus 15, plus 20% for that month, I was minus 8 or minus 10. That was a really, really low point. I did lose the FTMO account in that August, I believe, as well. And that was really, really tough to get through. How did I pick myself up out of there? Well, I did a lot of backtesting. I really gained a lot of confidence after that August. I did extreme amounts of backtesting to build up my confidence, to actually believe in the trade plan that I was trading in the live markets, to see on the last 5 years of data, last 10 years of data, that the strategy that I'm trading actually works. So backtesting was a key part to bring me out of that low point. And another thing was surrounding myself with other consistently profitable traders. At that point, I was already talking to and socializing with other very successful Forex traders who actually took those winning trades in August, so they did not miss out on them. And I thought, look, if they can do it, eventually with enough work, with enough backtesting, I can reach their level, and I can also make the same amount of percentage as they are making. It will just take me more time. So that were the two biggest solutions for me. A lot of backtesting and surrounding myself with other consistently profitable traders, which you can do in, let's say, a good trading community. Another low point was in 2023. I would say during the summer, there was a long drawdown period, and there were a couple of months that were break even and negative, which was really tough on my psychology. I thought that the strategy that I was implementing was just stopped working. But then, of course, I did stick through it. I did follow the plan. I did keep my confidence high. I did, again, extreme amounts of backtesting, and I was still surrounded with other consistently profitable traders who were trading the same strategy that I was. And I thought to myself, look, if they're sticking through it, if they're trading the same strategy, if they are stuck in a big drawdown and they had a couple of losing months, and eventually some big winners did come, and we did, of course, take them in October of 2023. And in December, there was a really good trade on the New Zealand Japanese yen that made like 8% profit. So it's all about, again, backtesting and surrounding yourself with other consistently profitable traders who are trading, let's say, the same strategy that you are. Okay, so those are some of the questions that I got from my Instagram post. And now I'm gonna cover some questions that often appear in my comment section and that I wanna answer in this video because I know a lot of you are interested in the answers for these common questions. So the first question that we have is from MetaMine Teleto 6505 and it says, I have a weird question. Do you think trading can be taken as a lifetime profession? Like, will retail trading hold on for a lifetime? And that's a really, really good question. So if you learn to trade today, or in the next year or 2 years, will that skill follow you for the rest of your life? And I believe it would, but you can't treat trading as your primary income, okay? So it will end really badly if you make trading your primary income for the next 10 or 20 years. As a secondary income, or as a way for you to invest your money and grow your money in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, I think it's definitely sustainable. Trading is not going anywhere, and it's a great skill to have. So as long as your mindset is right, as long as you're not depending on trading to pay your bills for the next couple of years, but you're slowly building your wealth each year through trading, and you have your primary income to cover your monthly expenses, well, then trading is a very, very good way to grow your wealth over time. So I would say it is definitely a lifetime skill, but it is not a full-time job that you will be doing for the rest of your life. Again, you need to have other sources of income covering your basic monthly expenses, because not every single month will be profitable. Maybe even for the whole quarter you'll be negative, and maybe you'll be stuck in a drawdown for a couple of months. It happens to the best of the traders. Again, maybe for 9 years they're profitable, and then 1 year something happens and they are stuck in a drawdown of -10, -15, -20% for a couple of months. So again, you need to think about that, and you need to have other sources of income. Okay, moving on to the next question. Let's see it. So, hello Marco, which trading platform is good for Forex or gold in Italy? So I personally use IC Markets. I think that's the best broker. They have the best spreads and they're the most reliable. I did test some other brokers as well. I had some bad experiences, let's say with Admiral Markets, for example. I know my trading colleagues have had some bad experiences with other brokers as well. For example, I think it was Vantage. So Vantage does not have that good spreads, but it has, I think, a bit lower commission than IC Markets. And I would always take better spreads with higher commission, because for the strategy that I trade, spreads are very, very important. So IC Markets, I would highly recommend either the European account or the global account. You're also insured up to a certain amount, I believe. So if the broker goes down, your money is insured. Again, you need to look into that, but there will be a link in the description of this video if you do want to check out IC Markets, if you do want to sign up and trade with them. That is the broker that I recommend. That is the broker that I personally use and that most of my trading colleagues use, because of the great spreads and because it is a reliable broker. I have made many withdrawals and I always receive the money on time. Never any issues. Very, very happy with IC Markets. Okay, moving on to the next one. What type of a monitor is that? So a lot of people ask me, what monitor do I use? So this one in the background. And basically that is an AOC 34-inch monitor. It is curved as well. Very, very nice for trading. And it's affordable as well. I think I paid around 400, 500 euros a couple of years ago. So right now it may be the same price or maybe a bit higher because of inflation. But definitely the value that you get for the money, I think it's definitely one of the best monitors out there. For gaming, if you want to play computer games, I think it's not the best. But for doing work, for productivity, for TradingView, for backtesting, for Notion, for Word, Excel, awesome monitor. Highly recommend. And I will probably put a link for the monitor in the description as well if you want to check it out. Okay, then we have another question. So you actually follow price action during night time? This is a question I do often get as well, since I am a swing trader and I'm only monitoring the 1 hour chart. Okay, so I'm starting to trade 8 a.m. on a Monday, London Open, and I stop trading 5 p.m. on a Friday, London time as well. Okay, so from 8 a.m. Monday to 5 p.m. on a Friday, and I do trade for the night. Now, how often do I need to wake up for the night? Well, I do possibly wake up once during my sleep, so I sleep for 8 hours and then I wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning just to check the charts. But there will be a day, let's say 1 day in 2 weeks or 1 day in 3 weeks, where I do need to wake up more than once to check the charts, because a very good setup or a very good trend is forming, or a very good ascending or descending channel is forming. So I want to exploit what I'm seeing in the markets. And again, it is a sacrifice that I make to make more percentage at the end of the year. If I did not wake up during the night, the percentage I made for 2023, which is 46.2, would be definitely lower. How much lower? Well, not a lot. but I do want to exploit those trades that do form during the night. And again, it's not that often. Look, it happens once every 2 weeks, and then the next day I am feeling a bit weird because I did not get enough sleep, because I was waking up every 2 or every 3 hours to check the charts to see if I can get in on some sort of a setup. For me, it is worth it. I do just catch up on that sleep during the weekend, so it's not really an issue. And the question is, well, how bad do you want it? If you want to be a consistently profitable trader badly enough, you will sacrifice some of your sleep. You will wake up during the night if a setup is forming, and then just catch up on sleep during the weekend. And there are some benefits to swing trading and to trading on the 1 hour chart as well. For example, I can just monitor the chart on the phone during the day. I do not have to be on the PC. I don't have to be glued to the screen. So I can go to the gym, go to the store, go to lunch. I can basically do anything I want throughout the day. I do not have to have a fixed trading schedule. I don't have to wake up at 8 a.m., trade until 5 p.m. because I just monitor the charts on top of each hour, and it's really not a lot of work. So I do sacrifice some sleep when I need to wake up during the night on some very, very active trading days, but then I get a lot of freedom most of the days where I just monitor the charts on top of each hour, and I can basically make up my own schedule however I want. For me, it makes a lot of sense. So that's it. Those are all of the questions for this video. On Thursday, Griff, Nico, and me will be doing a live stream announcing Zentum Trading, which is our new trading community. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Good luck with your trading. Hope you guys liked this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.